And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, inside the Lockhart Arena here in Orem, Utah, where the Wolverines are set to host UTRGV in their second meeting this season. I am Kyle Bruder alongside Matthew Biamonte here in Orem, Utah yet again. The Wolverines in a bit of a slump, Matt.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've lost 4 games in a row. They had that really impressive start to conference play. Slipped a little bit. There was a loss on the road at Seattle. Josie Williams, a career high. She has been fantastic. Jordan Holland's been good as well. So sometimes in a losing streak, Kyle, you think that the sky is falling and things aren't going well. I think this team is still playing good basketball, and they've just come up a little bit short in a couple situations.
Now, something you have to remember is that this team felt the sky falling at the beginning of the season. They won 1 out of their first 8 or 9 games of the year. They lost up, and then they turned it around and went on a 7-game win streak. So they know what it's like to be in this position, but can they turn it around again and in the nick of time? Because they were poised in the top spot in the WAC standings to really make some serious noise in this upcoming tournament. Right now, things could go either way. They could be a very low seed. They're going to have to come away with some wins, and they have a couple of big tests here at home. They did beat UTRGV on the road, as well as New Mexico State, who they are playing both in this homestand this weekend.
Yeah, huge test for them, but that's the beauty of going on the road, Kyle, and winning those type of games. When you come home, there's not that fear of, wow, this team is really hard to beat. We're going to have to play our best. They say, hey, it's New Mexico State and it's UTRGV. They're good teams, and we can beat these teams. And so it's critical for the leaders of the Wolverine basketball team, and I'm looking at Jordan Holland to set the tone early. She's got to be effective. She's got to be efficient. She's got to lead this team tonight if they want to get a home win and get back to their winning ways. And, the supporting cast, the Josie Williams, Maria Carvalho, they got to do their part as well, but I'm looking at Jordan Holland from a leadership perspective, the Wolverines out to a quick start.
I really hope that before the game started, the game hasn't started still, but they had a little moment for Jordan Holland because they honored her in being one of the few Wolverines to be able to hit that 1,000-point mark for her career, and I hope that lights a fire under her, because granted it's a huge accomplishment, but do you want to be just another Wolverine player that has hit that mark but hasn't won a WAC championship?
Yep.
That's how you want to really put yourself above the rest. That's a great way to establish. Excited to see what she brings to the table today. We are ready to get started. The tip will go to Utah Valley. They'll start things off. Let's go ahead and just go through your starters real quick. For UTRGV, the Vaqueros, first we have Zane Templeton. We also have starting is number 10, Valeria Tapia. We also have number 21, Desiree Berge. Also number 22, Ashley Lopez. And rounding out the starters for the Vaqueros is number 34, Megan Johnson.
And talk about a good start for Jordan Holland, nailing that three-pointer. Now you see a steal here, get herself. Nice. This is exactly what we talked about a moment ago, Kyle. Setting that tone early, and it all started with Jordan Holland. And then on the defensive side, getting a turnover. Great start for the Wolverines.
And Utah Valley bringing the defensive intensity. The shot is short, and the rebound ends up into the hands of the Vaqueros. And Carvalho showing all kinds of fight, forcing the jump ball. Speaking of Carvalho, she is one of your 5 Wolverine starters. We have Maria Carvalho. We also have starting is number 14, Eve Brass, Neha Sohail, number 35, Jordan Holland, and number 40, Josie Williams. And, of course, they are coached in their first season by head coach Dan Nielsen. And the officials talking something over. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it's a clock issue or what, but we are about a minute in. The Wolverines go up 5-0.
They are resetting the shot clock to 30 seconds. That was the discussion.
They're able to inbound to Johnson. Johnson takes the long 2. It's no good, and the ball will go back to Utah Valley.
Wolverines doing a nice job on the glass, specifically boxing out, making it difficult for the Vaqueros to come up with clean offensive rebounds.
Holland in the corner. Jordan straight on, now Sohail. Holland, she'll take another three and make another three. She's 2 for 2 to start things off.
Outstanding start for Jordan Holland, and she hasn't shot the three particularly well this year at 23%, but boy, 2 for 2 to start this game. Just great stuff from Holland and this Wolverine offense.
Lopez picked up by Maria. Maria runs into a screen, but she's okay.
The rotations defensively for Utah Valley, they're timely, they're on point. Nowhere for the Vaqueros to get a good shot, but hey, sometimes better offense is better than defense.
I mean, you said couldn't get a good shot. I still don't think that was a good shot. It was a hard shot, and I was impressed that it went in. The Vaqueros finally on the board. Utah Valley up 6, but the way that we've seen them rotate defensively, and what a beautiful baby hook by Josie with the left.
She's been great. Her scoring has increased in conference play. She's become a reliable low post threat.
Doesn't look like the Vaqueros have anyone that can really body her inside. And as you were talking about the defensive rotation earlier, this looks like the Wolverine team that we saw the first 6 or 7 games of conference play.
Absolutely. Sharp, forcing turnovers. I mean, the Vaqueros are doing everything they can to get a decent shot. And the Wolverines credit Carvalho and this Wolverine defense for rebounding effectively.
I love that Carvalho gets in there and rebounds the basketball as well as she does at her size. Sohail up top to Holland.
You know what I've really been impressed with Carvalho this year in her second season? She's become a much better off-the-ball player. In her freshman season, a lot of what she had to do was off the dribble, but now she's become capable of shooting without dribbling, but she can. You're seeing it here. She's very good at this. Difficult shot, but she's also found a way to impact the game without the basketball.
Carvalho shutting down the lane. Open three on the wing is no good. Carvalho comes up with another rebound.
Wolverines are out rebounding UTRGV 4-1 here in the first quarter.
In transition, and the for Lopez, her first bucket today. Utah Valley up 6. They go down inside. Beautiful pass into Josie. She pump faked. I think she anticipated more contact than there was and shot it way too hard from point blank range.
Oh boy, the deep transition three from Templeton. And UTRGV, all it takes is a couple stops and a couple buckets, and they're right back here.
Utah Valley started off with a roaring fire, and looks like the Vaqueros have been putting it out.
And they're doing it on the defensive end. A couple turnovers, forcing difficult shots. It's amazing what defense can do to an offense.
Shot no good. Rebound, Eve Brassless. Eve could have been called offensive, and Sohail way too strong on the shot.
It's just not the Wolverine offense we saw those first 3 minutes of the game, Kyle. It seems like they're rushing shots. They're not being patient. Got to get back to playing their type of half-court basketball.
Another great look from the side. This one is no good. Utah Valley's fortunate they haven't made as many shots as they have taken. The Vaqueros shooting about 30% while the Wolverines at 50%. But Utah Valley over their last 4. Bodies on the deck. Holland cuts and is tripped. We'll see if I don't think she was going up.
I don't either. Blocking foul and subs coming. 4 substitutions for UTRGV. But first, a break as the Wolverines lead it here in Orem, Utah, 10-7.
All right, we are back. Utah Valley set to inbound under their own basket. Carvalho finds Cortez, who has checked in, along with Megan Jensen. Jensen had a great look to Carvalho. They ran that in their last game. It turned into a little alley-oop to Carvalho, and it worked that time, but the Vaqueros must have been studying film and read it like a book.
3 Wolverine turnovers now. And there's some points off the turnover for the Vaqueros. 7-0 run for UTRGV over the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Wolverines in a bit of a scoring drought.
Eva Belosevic able to score with the harm. Let's see if she can. Not quite. She didn't finish the 3-point play, but Utah Valley hangs on to a lead. They've held the lead the entire game. Holland, who was 2 for 2 from 3 so far today, hasn't had another quality look yet. Cortez. Holland in transition. That's a tough shot. She got hit. Kind of gave a little stare to the Vaquero bench afterwards, as I think they wanted a travel. But Holland off to a great start with 8 points.
Defensively set the tone early with those 3-pointers.
Long rebound goes back to Belosevic. UTRGV trying to find a perimeter shot and a travel instead. Their game has been inside out all day. They're trying to get open looks from 3. They've taken, they've taken 6 threes so far, only made 1, while the Wolverines sit at 2 of their 3 3-pointers.
It's well below their season average of about 31% from 3. So if you're the Wolverines, you got to take advantage while they're cold from outside.
You know who's not cold from outside right now is Utah Valley. 3 of 4 from deep, 1 from Maria, 2 from Jordan. Wide open, straight on look from Bershears.
Looks like the Vaqueros are going into a zone defensively. They want to cut off the paint. Wolverines will have to penetrate and kick out.
Cortez steps back. Eve, beautiful pass inside, and Jensen gets whacked in the face. Hopefully she is okay. Looks like she took a shot to the eye. That doesn't feel good.
See if we can get a replay here. Send Jensen to the free throw line. 73% free throw shooter on the year.
Looks like the officials kind of having a look at her. She looks a little dazed. I hope she's okay. I think her eyes just watering. Hopefully she'll be all right. I think they're going to send Josie Williams in for her, but they are going to let her shoot those free throws first. Bad eye and all, nothing but net.
She's been a nice rotation piece for this Wolverine team, providing some depth. Just misses the second one. She plays, Kyle, about 14 minutes a game, a reliable piece.
As a freshman, too. Cortez nearly gets the steal. Great block by Jensen.
Back-to-back solid plays from the freshman Jensen. First on the offensive side to go to the free throw line, and then the blocked shot. Critical stretch here. You always want to win those last couple minutes of each quarter.
Brassless turns and fires. She hits it.
Second leading scorer on the team this year at 9.9 points per game. She is very efficient around the rim.
Holland got a little too physical with Jones. Second team foul on Utah Valley. 2 team fouls on the Vaqueros with 1:10 left to go in the quarter. Madison Grange has checked back in along with Josie Williams. Deep three is on the way off the mark. The Vaqueros have had a few of those long rebounds. Crafty pass, but it didn't pan out. Utah Valley will get it back.
Good defensive sequence there by the Wolverines. You saw that the Vaqueros wanted that little sneak pass once they penetrated, but the Wolverines closed it off and forced the turnover.
Holland to Maria. About 35 seconds left in the quarter, 10 on the shot clock. Cortez, another three. Doesn't connect on this one.
Good shot, though. Good screen, popped out, wide open three. You want those kind of shots each and every possession.
Vaqueros looking a little confused. 10 seconds on the game clock for the quarter. And we'll have a travel with 6.1 left.
The 4th turnover for UTRGV and an opportunity for the Wolverines to open up the lead. 4 seconds here. Carvalho's got to get the shot off.
She's going to have to shoot. She gets a look, and it came up short. That'll do it for the first quarter here in Orem, Utah. Utah Valley, the gap was closed, and then they were able to open it back up to 6, 18-12. We'll see you back here for quarter number 2. Quarter number 2 about to start. The Vaqueros to inbound. Johnson looking to inbound. Carvalho gets a hand on it. And I think she tried batting it to herself, but she stepped out, it appears. So great effort by Maria, but the ball will go back to the Vaqueros.
Love the willingness and the desire from Carvalho to defend the entire length of the court.
Nice little pick and pop, but the shot is too strong, ends up in the hands of Holland. Grange in the corner, finds Williams. Williams all alone, unable to connect, gets a second offensive rebound. She'll turn, fire that one up, it's good. On the third attempt, it finally goes in. I think she's so used to practice. I don't know if she ever sees the basket that open under just that close. I think it's a very unfamiliar thing for her.
Oh, nice shot there. Templeton, the leading scorer for UTRGV, 7 points now.
Cortez takes a long two. No hesitation. Tapia picked up by Maria. Maria reaches and kind of pays for it. Three is on the way and good from Johnson. UTRGV 3 threes on 10 shots, so 30% as a team.
Oh, look at the position of Williams. Got to finish the play, but I loved how she pinned her defender right underneath the basket. Williams has such a height advantage.
Williams commits the foul as Berge caught her with the drop step, so Berge will head to the free throw line. Not a lot of free throws shot so far. Just one attempt from UTRGV. They will get numbers 2 and 3 right here, and only 2 attempts from the Wolverines.
It's been a clean game. I think both teams have gotten into a rhythm. I like that there hasn't been many fouls called. It's just been a good flow so far here in Orem, Utah.
First free throw good, second one on the way, and good for Berge. Her first 2 points.
What a transfer for UTRGV out of Missouri Southern State. She's providing a nice option.
Absolutely.
For Coach Lord and this Vaqueros team.
Carvalho ran into a whole bunch of traffic and is fouled on her way in. Cajero checks into the game for UTRGV.
I wouldn't be surprised if Carvalho here, they find a way to get it to Williams down low.
Cortez inside to Williams. Matt predicting things. Beautiful turn move and comes up short. I was really hoping she'd make that for you.
It's just when you got that kind of mismatch with height. It's a little different with Cajero. She's 6'2", but Josie Williams is 6'6". It's an advantage you want to take. That's a mismatch you want to take advantage of, is what I was trying to say.
Yes. Utah Valley up 3. Just over 7 minutes left in the first half. Dangerous pass, ends up getting picked off. Lopez will head to the basket on the other end for an easy deuce. It's just a 1-point lead for the Wolverines.
5 turnovers so far for UVU. It's not terrible, but
Carvalho, straight on, no good.
Feels like the momentum here is shifting in favor of UTRGV. 7-0 run over the last 90 seconds.
Utah Valley pokes the ball out. Looks like UTRGV will inbound on the sideline. In comes Megan Jensen for Josie Williams, and Neha Sohail has come back in. Also a Kiana de los Santos sighting. Lopez. Tough pass. They're going to have to get a shot off barely in time, but doesn't even come close. That'll be a shot clock violation.
This Wolverine defense has been really good in moments tonight. I think the key is finding a way to keep UTRGV out of the paint. And they did so right on that last possession.
Wide open look for De Los Santos. She comes up a little too strong on the three. Tapia pulls up for a mid-range jumper. She buries it.
And UTRGV, sorry to cut you off, first lead of the game. And you got to credit them defensively. They're holding the Wolverines here to only 28% from the field in the second quarter.
Jensen turns, has nowhere to go. Scoop pass inside. Carvalho able to finish.
What patience there from Jensen. Sometimes in those situations, you'll see post players panic and put up a bad shot, but she pivoted, waited, and then teammate Carvalho cuts down the lane and she delivers a beautiful pass.
Tapia with a crossover. She kicks it out. Three ball is on the way and no good from Jones. Foul committed by Kiana De Los Santos, her first, and the second team foul for Utah Valley in the quarter. We'll have a foul on Kiana. She tried to sell that one, but that was a foul on Utah Valley. The Wolverines back up by 1. We are in for a tight one here in Orem, Utah. 4:58 left in the half. We'll see you back here in a moment. Welcome back to Orem, Utah, where the Wolverines lead 24-23. The Vaqueros set to inbound on the sideline. And the over-the-top pass was a little too over the top. Ended up into the hands of the Wolverines.
I want to see the Wolverines continue to feed the post and let those post players make decisions.
Carvalho step back shot ended up getting blocked. Great defensive play. The Vaqueros with a chance to take the lead back, and they do on a three from Bershears.
2 for 2 for Bershears. Good looking shot. This is what I like to see.
Jensen had nowhere to go, and I think she traveled.
That was a quick 3 seconds. I think that's what they called.
That's what it was.
I don't know about that one.
Utah Valley looking a little flustered. This is it's an interesting lineup that we haven't seen very often, at least here in Orem. Jones able to find Bershears. Bershears Now up to Templeton. Templeton takes a long, I think it was a 3. Can't connect, but we'll have a foul on UTRGV. It'll go back to the Wolverines.
Both teams were fighting really hard on the glass. I commend both of them for that. I mean, you can tell this game matters to both teams. Vaqueros have the edge. Oh, actually, it's dead even. 14 rebounds apiece.
Neha gets the ball stripped. It'll go out of bounds and stay with the Wolverines. But you talked about how this is an important game for both teams. If you take a look at the WAC standings, Utah Valley sitting in 4th place, UTRGV in 5th place, right below that. So this is a very important game for both squads. Shot no good for Eve Brassless.
It's been really tough for the Wolverines to score here in the second quarter. Only 6 points. They're 3 of 11 from the field here in the second quarter.
Shot no good. Rebound, Jensen. 3 minutes to play in the half. Utah Valley trying to reclaim the lead they've held on to almost this entire game.
They've led for all but 1 minute and 34 seconds.
Carvalho is called for a travel. She's not sure why, but the officials saw it. Cortez, Holland, and Williams check into the game for Utah Valley to make a final push here in the last 2:53.
A 12-2 run for the Vaqueros over the last 5.5 minutes. Wolverines 4 turnovers during that span.
Tapia turns right into traffic, leaves a wide open 3 attempt, no good. Fortunate for Utah Valley. Cortez, transition 3, off the back iron, but the rebound comes right back to her. It's about the most fortunate rebound you can get. Great pass inside. Carvalho with the find inside to Brassless. Carvalho 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Good finish from Brassless, too. I mean, she's a lefty, so to come in on that angle from the right side and finish it with your left hand, well done.
Free ball goes into the hands of Williams. The Wolverines with a chance to not tie, but take the lead as we're notched up at 26.
Trying to go back door. Oh, there it is.
Williams slips and overshoots it again.
That's a little uncharacteristic for Josie. Normally she's so patient and collected down there. Surprised to see a few shots that she just rushed. She takes one dribble, gathers herself. She probably gets fouled or makes the layup.
Milosevic had nowhere to go. Shot clock is tricking down. Templeton, high off the glass, no good. A minute to go in the half. Cortez finds a lane, attacks and scores.
Beautiful drive there from Cortez, and the Wolverines, I think the secret sauce tonight is going to be getting to the rim. They've had success doing it, and at times where they've missed shots, they've had success getting there, and they just haven't finished making the shots.
Straight on 3 is good for Milosevic. 5 points. No, they're counting it a 2. They'll probably review that one, but they're calling it a long 2. We're notched up at 28, 20 seconds on the game clock, about an 8-second difference. Holland attacks and is fouled. That one probably could have gone either way.
I'd love to see a replay on that one. I thought it was a block. I didn't have a great angle.
There must have been some body contact there because it did look like all ball in the hand.
That'll send Holland to the free throw line. 79% free throw shooter.
Holland's free throw is good. She'll get one more.
Plenty of time for the Vaqueros to get a good shot, make or miss.
Holland buries both free throws. She is up to 10 points in the half to lead all scorers.
The Vaqueros have only led for 2.5 minutes in this game, but they could take the lead right here.
Bilosevic loses the ball, tries throwing it to her teammate and loses it. There's 1.5 seconds remaining. Just enough time for Utah Valley to catch and shoot. Carvalho, I don't know if she even tried. She just kind of tossed it up.
Hey, all things considered, a really tough second quarter for the Wolverines. They only shot 33%, but they still have the lead. Yeah, you'd like that lead to be a little bigger. They led by 8 at several points in this game, but at this point, you will take the lead, go back to the drawing board, figure out ways to get to the bucket. And if you're UTRGV, really nice recovery there in the second quarter. They shot 43% from the field, and I think it was their ability to take care of the basketball and get good shots that allowed them to get back in this game.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here in the second half. We'll see you back on the WAC Digital Network. Utah Valley looking to snap the losing streak back here at home against the Vaqueros. The Wolverines holding on to a 2-point lead. The second half about to start. It can really go either way depending on if the Wolverines can pick things up a little bit offensively and stop the turnovers. The turnovers have hurt. They are winning in the assist-to-turnover ratio by 3. They have 10 assists as a team, but I think it really just comes down to how well they can take care of the basketball and if they can finish on the inside. Josie Williams has really struggled finishing in the paint. That's probably a good 6 points at least that the Wolverines should have on top of what they already have.
She has 4 points. She's 2 of 7 from the field, and 2 or 3 of those, like you mentioned, could have gone in. And so if she can get back to her efficient ways, then that's a good sign for the Wolverines. And there's no reason to not keep getting her the ball because she's proven to be reliable throughout this season.
And they dump it down inside. Matt with his prophetic words again, but can't connect. It looked like she was fouled. No whistle this time.
Two for 8 from the field now for Josie Williams. She's done a nice job on the glass with 5 rebounds. It's uncharacteristic. She's so good at finishing around the rim. It's hard to believe she's 2 of 8 from the field.
Tough angle and tough shot by Berge. Utah Valley with a chance to open up a little bit of a lead. Holland finds a lane, attacks. It doesn't fall, but free throws will be coming for Jordan.
10 points for Jordan Holland, leads all scores tonight. And there was a moment there, Kyle, where you could kind of see she was about to slow down, maybe to pull up for that transition 3, and then she put it into high gear, attacked the rim, and I love that decision from her, earning a trip to the free throw line.
She knocks down the free throw. It looks like Josie, I think she wears contacts because she was just putting a little bit of contact solution in there. She may have had it pop out, but I think she's good. Holland misses the second free throw, so Utah Valley with a 3-point lead. Johnson skips it out. Tapia for 3. This comes up short, and the long rebound goes back to UTRGV. Utah Valley very fortunate. Sohail will kick it out to Eve. Josie down inside. And she finds Eve for the deuce. Brassless now with 6 points. She's 3 of 3 from the field.
Great offensive sequence there. And Josie Williams showing off that skill set with the pass.
That could be a problem for Utah Valley if Berge can step out and hit that 3, because Josie was not able to get there to contest in time. Sohail with the lane to the basket. She comes up short. Two-point lead for the Wolverines. We are 2 minutes into the third quarter. Berge just knocked down a 3, but she'll kick it out. A 3 on the way this time is up and good by Johnson. 6 points.
The Vaqueros, they're heating up from downtown, back-to-back 3s, and they've regained the lead.
Williams.
Oh,
beautiful
what a pass.
Oh, my, the shovel.
Back-to-back assist from Josie Williams, and that's what you're seeing right now, ladies and gentlemen, what makes her a special center. Her ability to pass, rebound, score on the low block, the complete package.
Vaqueros able to score again.
No answer for Berge. She's definitely undersized in the matchup against Josie Williams, but has the edge, I think, in speed and agility, and she's making Josie work for it on the perimeter.
Williams comes up short again. The chip shots just... The rims have beef with Josie Williams today.
2 for 9 from the field. It's just so uncharacteristic for Josie Williams. It's hard to believe. On the season, Kyle, Williams is over 53% from the field. Today, well below that at 2 of 9.
Coach Nielsen not liking what he sees as the Vaqueros open up their largest lead of the day at 4. 39-35, the Vaqueros lead. We will be back here on the WAC Digital Network momentarily.
Well, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
Tell you what, Matt, there has been no shortage of effort in this game. Holland attacking and will head to the free throw line yet again.
Holland's been fantastic. 13 points and only 6 field goals attempted. 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and I'd like to see the ball in her hands a little more.
First free throw's no good. She will get one more. She knocks down the second, trimming that lead down to 2. Tapia will bring it up for the Vaqueros. Lopez, couple of crossovers, kicks it out into the corner. 3 is on the way and good.
Three. Wow, this is a tongue twister, so bear with me here, but 3 consecutive three-pointers made by UTRGV. They have been red hot here in the third quarter. 13 points already.
And by multiple players. Jones this time with her first made bucket.
They have 5 different players that have made a three-pointer
What
in
a
this game.
shot in the meantime by Maria Carvalho.
A much-needed shot for the Wolverines, as well as UTRGV has all the momentum here in the third quarter.
Johnson getting a little frustrated with her teammate, wanting some more rotation there on the offensive end, resulted in a 3-second violation. Utah Valley with a great chance to either trim the lead down to 1 or tie. Holland. Now Cortez, she takes a long 2. That's kind of her thing. This one no good.
A little flat on the shot from Cortez and rolled off the back of the rim. Where the Wolverines really got to crank it up, though, is on the defensive side. UTRGV is a couple points away here from matching as many points as they scored in the second quarter, and that would mean the trend has been in each quarter UTRGV is scoring more points than the previous. Wolverines have got to reverse that.
Josie able to connect this time. She's seen a handful of misses. That's got to feel good for her to get through the contact and score. They trim it to 1.
Feels good for the Wolverine offense as well, because you want to be able to dump the ball down there and get points.
Yeah. Another 3,
Oh,
another make by the
my.
Vaqueros.
4
Make it stop.
consecutive made three-point shots by the Vaqueros. They are up to 40% from 3. Nice catch there from Josie. An athletic catch. Not a shooting situation, but I love what the Wolverines are doing. Everything needs to go through the post and let the post dictate what happens next. We'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network. UTRGV on the road, up by 4.
Looking to spend that birthday money, Tyler? I'm just not sure which one to get. Well, they are both pretty cool. But saving some of that money would be pretty cool, too. Yep.
When's the right age to teach your children how to save and spend money wisely? Right now, with the Be Money Smart program only at Utah Community Credit Union. Inspiring smart decisions.
Nice.
UTRGV, Kyle, they are putting on an offensive clinic right now. They have 16 points here in the third quarter. That ties a quarter-high lead with the second quarter. They've made 6 of their last 7 field goals. I mean, I would be stunned if they don't score more points here in the third than they did in the second. And that's a really important trend to identify throughout the course of a game is how is each quarter compared to the last. And for UTRGV, they've improved each and every quarter up until this point.
Right, Utah Valley was given a gift right there. That is the 4th team foul on UTRGV. No team fouls on Utah Valley in this quarter, so if the Wolverines can get to the free throw line, that will be huge. There's a lot of time left in this quarter. Brassless cleans up her own miss. Carvalho will start things over for the Wolverines.
Wisely, Eve Brassless passes it out and set up the offense, get a good clean look on an extra possession.
Shot clock trickling down at 5. Wolverines going to have to shoot it. Brassless, a long 2. No good. Tapia picked up by Cortez.
Shot clock's trickling down. A good defensive sequence here from the Wolverines.
Bershears finds a wide open Bilosevic, but the shot was nowhere near.
Oh! The offensive rebounds. 6 of them now for UTRGV and another opportunity.
That's painful if you're Utah Valley as you find yourselves down 4. And the officials call a travel on Tapia as she gave a little extra bunny hop after she had picked up her dribble.
There's been several travel calls tonight. That looks to be a point of emphasis from the officials.
Carvalho, now Cortez. Maria will take a long 2 and knock it down.
Carvalho, she's added some much-needed relief for this offense with her ability to hit perimeter shots. There haven't been many perimeter shots made by the Wolverines tonight, but Carvalho manages to hit those at critical moments.
Templeton, too strong on the 3. Carvalho tracks down the rebound, her 6th rebound. Brassless to Holland. Holland tries to get through a seam. Carvalho now nearly loses the ball. Williams on the low block, has an angle. She turns and scores.
A quick timeout by UTRGV. Josie Williams heating up here in the third quarter. We'll be back for the remainder of the third after this.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
You only need to answer one question.
Will you accept the challenge to become?
It doesn't matter your situation in life.
No matter your interest.
Tapio bring it up. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dangerous pass. Templeton has another look from three. This one comes up short. And body's hitting the deck. Where is it going to go? It'll stay with the Vaqueros. 20 on the shot clock. Templeton will take the mid-range jumper. Could have been a foul there. Carvalho comes up with another rebound. Holland floats it up. It's no good. Was hoping for contact but didn't get it.
Wolverines have really done an outstanding job defensively. I talked about that moment where UTRGV was really effective offensively. Since that point, they're 0 of their last 5, have not scored in over 3 minutes. Credit to the Wolverines for cranking it up defensively.
Berge kicks it on out. Long two is no good for Bershears. Utah Valley with another opportunity to reclaim the lead. We're notched up at 44. Williams, a lot of contact there. I am shocked that there was no foul call there.
A whistle, not sure what the call is here.
I think there's a clock issue.
Oh, yep, looks like there's a clock issue.
And they're going to go over it with the scorer's table currently, but right now as it sits, it's 52.1 seconds left in the third. The Vaqueros have been giving ample opportunity to the Wolverines as they haven't scored in the last 3:51, one of their last 8 shots from the field.
And it looked like they were going to score more points than they did in the second quarter, but they've been stuck at 16 for 4 minutes. Kind of a missed opportunity for UTRGV. They could have really seized control.
Carvalho found Cortez, and she misses the long two. Battle for the ball on the floor will result in a jump. It'll stay with the Vaqueros. Lopez will inbound. Jones fakes the shot, and Jensen, my goodness, sends it packing.
What a defensive play by Jensen, and the Wolverines finish out the quarter by holding UTRGV on a 5-minute scoring drought.
Eve can't get there. She tries to put it up a second time and is blocked. So a whole lot of just scrappiness. The effort was certainly there from both squads, and I think that's been the story today. It's been a very hard-fought 3 quarters.
Absolutely.
Who is going to have the energy in the fourth quarter to come out on top?
And more importantly, who's going to be effective? Who's going to execute in the fourth quarter? We'll find out in just a moment.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Neil Dastrup Insurance, your local independent auto owners insurance agency, supports UVU athletics.
The fourth quarter has begun. We are tied up at 44. Wolverines looking to strike first here in the fourth quarter. Carvalho will take a long two. This one is no good.
Every possession is critical. And that was a good shot by Carvalho.
Lopez can't connect.
Wow. Berge, 7 points, 7 rebounds. She has been an absolute force for UTRGV.
Definitely a little undersized in there, but boy, is she strong. Bershears now up to Tapia. Lopez into traffic. Bershears definitely may have traveled there, but no whistle. Tapia scoops it in, no good. Another long rebound, another offensive opportunity. Corner three, it is in and out.
Man.
Doesn't get more in than that.
Great sequence. Both teams have started this quarter with great offensive plays. They just haven't been able to finish them. Those are the kind of possessions you have to avoid in a game like this. An unforced turnover that just gives the ball back to the opponent. Those ones are hard to swallow. 9 turnovers now for the Wolverines, which is pretty good. But in a tight game like this, every possession is critical and every turnover can be the difference.
Yeah. Mid-range jumper is no good, and it will stay with the Vaqueros. Williams will check in for Megan Jensen. Williams started to roll there in the paint. Let's see if Matt's advice rings true still. Get her the ball as often as you can and see if she can finish.
She doesn't need to shoot it every time, but let the offense run through the low post. Nearly a steal by Jordan Holland. Good ball fake there. We're seeing some high-quality hoops here in the fourth.
Wide open three is no good. Holland out in traffic. She's going to attack. Great job attacking. She couldn't finish, but she is fouled. First team foul on the Vaqueros in the fourth quarter.
That was an absolute perfect moment to push the pace, Kyle. We so often hear in these home games Coach Nielsen wanting these Wolverines to push. I think that Coach Nielsen believes in a faster pace of play. And there's moments when absolutely you should take advantage of it like we saw there, and there's others where it's not there, but Jordan Holland recognized their defense was not set. She put the pressure on the defense and is on the free throw line.
Holland's free throw is good. She is 5 of 7. Second free throw is good. Holland now up to 16 points to lead all scorers.
On only 7 field goals. I mean, that touches just barely the impact that she has on this Wolverines team. 4 for 7 from the field, but she has 16 points. Great stuff.
Vaqueros able to respond. We're tied up at 46 on the Johnson bucket. Johnson with 11 points. First Vaquero to double figures. And there it is, right on time. Josie Williams with another easy bucket.
Williams now in double figures with 10 and 7. You really have to credit her. Such a tough start to the game. At one point, she was 2 of 9 from the field. She's up to 5 of 13, so she's 3 of her last 4 from the field. And really impressive that she's continued to battle and not get discouraged at missing some of those layups early.
Great opportunity for the Wolverines as the Vaqueros turn it over. They try lobbing it up to her again, but great defensive hands by the Vaqueros. Tapia wanted the 3, decided not to pull the trigger.
Wolverines in a zone defensively.
This 3 is way too long, rebounded by Eve Braslis. Braslis 6 points and 8 rebounds.
Oh.
What was the call? Was that a foul? On Josie?
Offensive foul on Josie Williams as they were battling for position. Luckily for the Wolverines, that's only her second personal foul. But a couple turnovers here in the fourth. 2 turnovers now for the Wolverines here in the fourth quarter as they lead by 2.
Tapia down inside. And are we going to have, I think she may have stepped out.
The effort is there by both teams. I mean, this has been a hard-fought game. Execution-wise, not as good. And we're seeing here in the fourth quarter, almost 4 minutes have gone by, and only 6 points have been scored by both teams combined.
Lots of effort and lots of mistakes. What a move by Josie. This one, it didn't quite fall, but I loved the post move inside.
I'm really curious to see which team has that mental fortitude here in the last half of this quarter. The shots aren't falling, so who's going to continue to bring the effort defensively?
Another turnover. Can Utah Valley capitalize? Carvalho goes right at 3 defenders. And it looks like she had the ball stripped away, so it'll stay with Utah Valley. 5:55 left in the game.
And I think the Wolverines are fortunate there, as I noticed a little separation created by the forearm of Carvalho. Nice pass! And Cortez will go to the free throw line. An 80% free throw shooter. Carvalho, she does so many things well, and we've touched on those, but we do need to mention how spectacular she is at inbounding on set pieces. Earlier we saw an inbound that led to a Josie Williams layup, and right there a trip to the free throw line from Cortez.
Cortez knocks down the free throws. Utah Valley has opened up a 4-point lead. But there is a whole lot of time left.
3 turnovers in the last 2 minutes for UTRGV. They've got to get good shots.
Templeton has an open look from 3. It's short, and Holland couldn't quite handle it, so it'll stay with the Vaqueros. They'll put 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Wolverines are winning the quarter here 6-2. Not a lot of scoring here in the fourth. A much needed bucket from UTRGV to close the gap to 2. Jumper by Templeton. Templeton out with 9 points.
Carvalho thought about the shot, but held back. Braslis gets some contact, has a wide open shot. No whistle. And it's a 4-point lead again.
It's a physical game.
Utah Valley forces the stop.
Another turnover. 4 turnovers in the last 3 minutes for UTRGV, and the Wolverines with a prime opportunity. We'll see if they'll capitalize on the other side.
UCCU is both a credit union and a full-service mortgage company.
Which means that UCCU always provides the lowest rates and lower insurance premiums than other lenders.
When your mortgage rate and insurance premium are lower, your monthly payment is also lower.
It's just science.
That's more money you can put into your home.
Or back into your pocket.
So if you're thinking about buying or refinancing a home, talk to us.
The credit union that's been putting people over profits for over 60 years.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
What's the difference between buying from Murdoch and buying from somebody else?
In a word, confidence. You'll love our price match guarantee, our 5-day exchange policy,
and don't forget car washes and safety inspections for life. If you need a new vehicle, consider Murdoch Chevrolet. I promise you'll love it.
.447 left in the game. Utah Valley holding on to a 4-point lead. Matt, I got to talk a little bit about Maria Carvalho. You were talking about the impact that she makes, and just her stat line this season has been so impressive. She averages 11.3 points per game. She also averages 5.8 assists and 5.1 rebounds per game as a point guard. So she just does it all for this team. The effort is never short. Beautiful pass inside to a cutting Brassless.
10 points now for Brassless. 3 Wolverine scores in double figures, and the turnovers are starting to catch up to UTRGV, and it's opened up a 6-point lead for the Wolverines.
Lopez finds the seam, is able to score. Carvalho calling for a little bit of help. Carvalho wanted to find a rolling Williams, and then Holland, it's going to go off of Josie. Mid-range jumper is short for the Vaqueros, rebounded by Holland.
UTRGV only 3 of 11 from the field here in the third quarter. It's just the turnovers and the poor shooting. It's been hard to overcome, and the Wolverines, they've got to seize this opportunity.
Carvalho to Holland. Maria, she'll take a 3. It is good.
Wow, Maria Carvalho, 12 points now, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. She has been outstanding for the Wolverines. Great stuff from Maria.
Lopez long on the 3, rebounded by Brassless. Brassless with 10 points, 9 rebounds, 1 board shy of a double-double.
A bucket here would put tremendous stress on UTRGV. Wolverines have a chance to really take control of this game with 3 minutes to go.
Cortez has a look from 3. A little too strong. Utah Valley has been in control here in the fourth quarter with that 7-point lead. Lopez trying to dance around Carvalho but had nowhere to go. The step-back jumper is no good. Templeton was trying to just create space on her own.
Credit the Wolverines defense. I mean, UTRGV's taken 6 more field goals here in the quarter, Kyle, but they're only shooting 23% from the field. And Holland knifes down the lane, 9-point lead. The Wolverines have responded here in the fourth quarter. It hasn't been easy But really impressive resiliency from this group, and boy, have they really cranked it up defensively.
That assist-to-turnover ratio is real nice as well, 20-12 for the Wolverines.
That's fantastic, nearly 2-1. That's great stuff there, and for UTRGV, it's 1-1, 13 turnovers, 13 assists, and hey, this fourth quarter was hard. I mean, that first couple minutes of that fourth, no one was scoring.
It was ugly.
But the Wolverines, they were the team that maintained that defensive intensity throughout the quarter. And when you put in that hard work on that end of the floor, 9 times out of 10 it pays off. And there was that stretch where there was 4 turnovers in about 2 minutes. Allowed the Wolverines to stretch that out. And now, if they continue to play that kind of defense, they're going to get a win and break that 4-game losing streak.
They're in prime position to do so. And if you take a look at the standings right now, we have had a change in the leaderboard. Grand Canyon now leads the WAC at 8-2 in conference play. Kansas City at 8-3. CSU Bakersfield at 5-4. The Wolverines at 5-4 as well. It is going to be a tight race, especially between 3rd and 4th place. Under 2 to play here in the game. Lopez drives in, floats it up with the left hand. Pretty runner, it drops.
Beautiful move there from Lopez. 10 points now for her, along with 5 rebounds. And she's been solid defensively as well for UTRGV. Only comes up with the steal. So the Wolverines, there's only one thing you can't afford right here, and that's a turnover.
Nearly a steal, though. The shot is no good.
That's still a success.
Yes.
Even though you don't get points, you burn some clock. You don't allow free points. Oh, and one. This got interesting fast.
This got very, very interesting, to say the least. 59-54. It is a 2-possession game.
If you're the Wolverines, you just got to clog the paint at this point. If UTRGV is going to shoot their way back in it, then so be it. But they're shooting 33% from the field in the quarter. Make them beat you with perimeter shots.
Utah Valley fortunate that she did not make the free throw, so it is still a 5-point lead.
Burn as much clock as you can here if you're the Wolverines.
Cortez inside Williams. Carvalho, this could be the dagger. Nope, still life.
"30-second timeout." We'll stay here with it. UTRGV's got to have points on this possession, and they've made it abundantly clear what they're going to do since Coach Lord took that timeout when the Wolverines went up by 9. And that is, we're going to attack the basket. So what do you do if you're the Wolverines? You've got to adjust to that and clog the paint and make them hit a perimeter shot.
Yes. They went on a streak where they did knock down a handful of threes, but
that was a long time ago.
It was a while ago. They're 8 of 30. They've taken 33-point shots.
And more importantly, they're 0 of 6 here in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So the trend hasn't been, oh, they're hot, we gotta shut it down. On the contrary, they've been cold this entire quarter. So that doesn't mean leave them wide open. It just means force it out there.
The runner is no good. An offensive board. No foul. Great news for the Wolverines. UTRGV was hoping for a whistle, but they did not get it. Third team foul on UTRGV. 38.6 seconds remain.
You're very comfortable with the ball in Holland's hands. Still one more foul to give before we play the free throw game, but I'm comfortable with really anyone on the floor for the Wolverines. That's a luxury here.
And Carvalho is fouled. She is who you want at the free throw line.
Outstanding.
For Utah Valley.
89% on the year. That leads the Wolverines by a wide margin. She has not taken a free throw tonight, though. Regardless of what happens here, you've got a 2-possession lead, hopefully a 3-possession lead. It's still going to come down to the defensive end. You can miss all the free throws in the world, but if you rebound the ball and play good defense, the Wolverines will get the win.
Carvalho with a rare miss. You could see it on her face.
So regardless here, UTRGV is going to be down 5 or 6, 2 possessions. Comes back to defense. Force a difficult shot.
Carvalho knocks down the second free throw. Coach Nielsen yelling at his team, no threes, and rightfully so.
Let me add to that, though. Equally important is no quick twos either.
Yeah.
Because you only scored 1 point on the free throw line, so they can cut the lead to 4 if you just let them walk in and take a 3. Or, excuse me, if they walk in and take a layup. And so I agree with Coach Nielsen in that you need to defend the three-point line, but that can't come at the expense of just letting them walk in and get a quick bucket.
Utah Valley does have a foul to give as well, so is that something that you consider as well?
Only if they drive in and kick out. But you don't want to waste that foul to give if they're just going to drive in and it takes 2 seconds off the clock.
Right.
The last 3 possessions for UTRGV, they have gotten to the rim. They have got to shut down the penetration to the rim. That's what it has to be. And then if you're able to do that, you can use one of your fouls to give or defend the three-point line. But UTRGV is not wasting any time from getting the ball to the hoop.
UTRGV has no more timeouts left.
Great defense there from the Wolverines. They closed off the lane, forced the missed jumper. Time is burning. That's exactly what the Wolverines needed to do.
There's no whistle still. What is happening?
That was madness. That was absolute madness. Coach Nielsen was nearly at midcourt screaming for a timeout. Unfortunately, we have
Templeton
a player.
Looks like she might be injured. Hopefully, she will be okay. I'm not sure what happened.
Those are dangerous situations when there's a loose ball. I think my personal preference as a basketball fan on loose ball situations is there's a resolution fast.
Yeah.
If it's a jump ball, call a jump ball. If a timeout's given, give the timeout. There doesn't need to be this wrestling back and forth.
Templeton being looked at by the trainer. Hopefully she is okay, but she looks like she is in a bit of pain over there.
Let's take this moment, though, to go back to that sequence by the Wolverines where I was really impressed. They got the ball to Jones, and Jones was desperate. To get to the rim, and a very unfortunate scene here in Orem, Utah, with seconds remaining as Templeton is carried to the bench. It's not good for UTRGV. You hate to see that, and especially on a loose ball situation.
Exactly, and she, it looked like she was limping on that the knee that she has the brace on, so hopefully there's no structural damage, and hopefully she'll be okay. 17.3 seconds left. Utah Valley up by 6, and the Vaqueros to inbound under their own basket. Bershears for 3. It's no good. Brassless comes up with the rebound, adding to her double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds for Eve.
Looks like the Wolverines are going to break that streak, and it didn't come easy. But they made enough plays, and defensively, just outstanding stuff. They hold the Vaqueros to 25% field goal shooting here in the fourth quarter. UTRGV has missed 8 of their last 10 field goal attempts, and the defensive end, that's where games are often won and lost, and the Wolverines really cranked it up here in the fourth quarter.
Brassless misses the first but makes the second. Now if you're Utah Valley, you can just kind of play off, let what happens happen. The shot is on the way, and that is going to do it. Time will expire.
Big win for the Wolverines. Always feels good to snap a losing streak, and against a quality opponent, that will go a long way in determining the seeding for the conference tournament.
I'm sure there's a sigh of relief there for the Wolverine faithful. We'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network and hopefully have Coach Nielsen on for a little post-game. So we'll see you in a moment. All right, Eve, thanks for joining us. How does it feel to stop the losing streak like that?
So good, finally. I mean, we've just been so close there at the end, and we've been really practicing in practice those last 5 minutes, those last 2 minutes when we're up, and the last few games we've just let it slip through our hands. So it's so good to finally cement that win.
You guys finally snapped that losing streak. You have another game against New Mexico State, against a really good team that's coming here. It's certainly going to be a challenge for you guys. What do you think the real difference was today that allowed you to get over the hump after going on that? You know, you guys started the season with a pretty big losing streak, and then you went on a crazy winning streak, and then it seems like it's been a little bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah, definitely.
What was the difference today, and what do you do to have another big win streak like you did early on?
It's really just focus, heart, and locking down and finishing plays. We played really good defense all together, but we struggled sometimes finishing at the last minute, and the last few practices, that's what we've really focused on, and we just reminded each other we're on each other's backs this entire game. You know, finish it off, finish the game, and we're finally there. We've finally made it to finish.
You were, I mean, it was really hard to pick a player of the game today. There were so many players that did such a great job. You finished with your double-double, 13 rebounds to one shy of tying a career high. So, you know, with the balanced effort and having that kind of contribution from so many different people on this team, how dangerous does that make you going into conference tournament time?
I mean, like you said, dangerous. It's really hard when we scout teams and there's one good player, we just say shut them down. But when you've got 5 good players that you all have to shut down, and then you've got big scorers coming off the bench making an impact, it just makes it so much harder for other teams to scout us, and we know that. And any game can be anyone's day. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Yep.
It feels weird. Like echo.
Coach, you guys are off the schneid of the losing streak. What is it going to take to come up with another win against New Mexico State coming up on Saturday?
I think it's just being consistent in the fourth quarter. You know, if you look at the 7 games we won in a row, a lot of it was we were really good in the fourth, and the 4 games we lost in a row, we were not good in the fourth. And then today, really proud. You know, we held them 23% shooting in the fourth quarter. Outscore them 17-10 to win it, and just really happy for the girls. I feel like we've been putting in the work. We just haven't been able to make that play at the end of the game, and was really happy for them to see them make some shots down the stretch and get some stops.
Do you think it was just one or two key plays that really put you over the hump today? Because it seemed like the last few losses were really close. It was like they were winnable games, but it just didn't quite pan out in your favor.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it on the head. We didn't make that play down the stretch, whether it was the open shot or the defensive stop. And I thought today, we hadn't really worked on our zone, but going to the zone, I thought we were active in it and kind of took them out of their rhythm. It was a tough today. They were minus a couple of their pretty good players, but it made them play some lineups we weren't really prepared for. So we went with the zone, and I think that was key. And then down the stretch, you saw we made some big baskets that were open. They were clutch shots. And just really happy for the girls. They've stayed positive and kept working. It can be hard when you're losing, but to get this one and kind of get back in the right direction, we're excited. Now we got another tough one on Saturday.
How do you think this win right now helps the mindset of your girls going in? I mean, conference time is almost over. The tournament is right around the corner. So what's the message to the girls getting them ready for their, that tournament and your first year as a head coach here?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, as we know, even the games we've lost, we've been in right down to the last minute or so. We know we can play with anybody in the league just like anybody can play with us. And so it's attention to detail and doing those small things. And we've been taking it one day at a time, saying, hey, do well in practice today and then do well in the game tomorrow. And same thing tomorrow. We got to have a good practice tomorrow to get ready for Saturday. And anybody in this league can jump up and get you. So we have to be ready. And it would be nice to get these two this week at home and get ready for a big week on the road next week.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach.
Appreciate
Congrats
it.
on the win. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So that was Coach Nielsen with his final thoughts, and Utah Valley able to snap that 4-game losing streak and looking to come away with another win against New Mexico State on Saturday at 2 o'clock. So we will be on the call for that on the WAC Digital Network. Be sure to tune in for that one. The Wolverines now up to 6-4 on the season. There's a lot of moving pieces as we head into conference tournament time. We'll see if Utah Valley can move up into that second to third, maybe even first spot. There's still a little bit of time. But we're excited to see how that goes. So, again, thank you for joining us. I'm Kyle Bruder. Matthew Biamonte was joining me today. I had to leave a little bit early, but we'll be on the call again. So enjoy the rest of your evening.